Greetings, friends. I made an amazing discovery at this time last year. There's nothing more exciting than a spiritual discovery because your consciousness suddenly expands and the entire world becomes clearer. A layer of the onion is peeled away and something separating you from Hashem disappears. You have become closer to the King of the universe. You understand a little more how the universe operates. Do you know what is different about Rosh Chodesh Teves from every other Rosh Chodesh in the year? This is fascinating to me, but more than that, it illuminates a huge chapter in my own life. First, what is Rosh Chodesh? Rosh Chodesh is the first day of the Jewish month. We have a very appropriate background this week for this discussion. Rosh Chodesh is determined by one event and one event only, the reappearance of the moon. The moon appears at the beginning as a crescent-shaped sliver of light in the night sky. By the middle of the month, the sliver has become a full moon. At the end of the month, it is again a sliver, but facing the opposite direction. Then it disappears. The end of the month is dark. When we see the sliver of a moon in the sky, we rejoice. The Sanhedrin declares a new month, and the Jews celebrate Rosh Chodesh, full of hope, singing Hallel, and bringing extra korbanos, sacrifices in the Holy Temple. Shortly afterward, we say Kiddush Levana, thanking God for the moon's renewal. Why are we so happy at the reappearance of the moon? This is a big subject, but basically the moon represents us, the children of Israel. Sometimes we are bright and shining, and sometimes tragically we lose our luster and seem to disappear. But our story is that we always come back. Always. And when we come back, it is from the very bottom, from darkness to light. The way the Jews bounced off the very bottom in ancient Egypt and followed Moshe Rabbeinu to Mount Sinai. Look at what happened 75 years ago after the Holocaust. Did anyone ever think the Jews would come back to life? But we are like the moon. We always reappear. This phenomenon gives distinction to the holiday of Hanukkah, which is the only holiday beginning at the end of the month when the moon is waning. Hanukkah begins at the time of year when the days are shortest and the moon is disappearing. And then, just as Hanukkah ends, the moon reappears. We are lighting 8 lights on the menorah, and the world is bursting with light. Now I'm going to return to our original question. What is different about Rosh Chodesh Teves? On every Rosh Chodesh, we say half Hallel, which means that as opposed to full Hallel, 2 sections from the Psalms are omitted. There's one exception, Rosh Chodesh Teves, which falls out this Shabbos. Why do we say full Hallel on Rosh Chodesh Teves? Because during Hanukkah, we say full Hallel every day. And Rosh Chodesh Teves always falls during Hanukkah. So what is my big discovery? If you know my personal story, as I describe it in my first book, From Central Park to Sinai, How I Found My Jewish Soul, you will remember the day which was the biggest turnaround in my life, the day that I discovered the existence of Hashem, of God. Things were black for me, and it seemed that my entire life was exploding. I was a student at the University of Michigan. Leah and I had been married for 2.5 years, and it looked as if it were all going up in smoke. And then something unbelievable happened. I awoke in the middle of the night. I was crying. I felt as if I was falling into a bottomless pit. And then the impossible happened. I realized that if your life is exploding, there's only one place to go for help: God. God has to be real. There is no other place to turn. I started to believe in God, and then my entire life started to turn around. Now, please listen to the words of King David. These words are omitted in half Hallel, but they are said during full Hallel, and they describe exactly what happened to me at that moment. Quote, I love him, for Hashem hears my voice. The pains of death encircled me, trouble and sorrow. Then I invoked the name of Hashem and said, please Hashem, save my soul. Gracious is Hashem and righteous. Hashem protects the simple. I was brought low, but he saved me. This described exactly what happened to me on January 10th, 1966, during the month of Teves. Now I know why it happened in that month at that exact time, because that is the only month in the year when we say these words in Hallel on Rosh Chodesh. David HaMelech described in this psalm exactly what happened to me. Everything is planned to the tiniest degree of exactitude by the Master of the world. May he save us from the crushing ills of our times. May he have mercy on us and reveal Mashiach ben David and the rebuilt Beis Hamikdash soon in our days. Good Shabbos, a good Chodesh, and a lichtige Hanukkah. And don't forget to pray for rain in the Holy Land of Israel.